Hello there, and welcome to day 4 of our wellbeing challenge this week. My name's Anna Lundberg, and I'm a success coach and business strategist, and I help people create more freedom, flexibility and fulfilment in different areas of their lives. And this week we've been going through the 5 steps, 5 levels of well-being, and how to embed that really at the heart of your business. And so on day 1, we started at the top of the pyramid with the soul and that bigger purpose, and discussed the benefits both for your business and for you as an individual. Then we went on to the mind and learning and creativity. Yesterday we talked about heart, so your personal and professional relationships, and also your love for what you do. And today we've come down, and tomorrow as well, we're going to be talking really about the basis of the pyramids. So today is all around your head, which of course in our society, our typical type of work these days, is very much where most of the legwork is done. So if you haven't already, you can get the guide so you can follow along with these different levels at onestepoutside.com/wellbeing strategy. That's onestepoutside.com/wellbeing strategy. But this area of the head, as I said, is very important, I think, to all of us. It's really, our brain is really what's doing all the work these days. And certainly personally for me, as I've talked about before, I tend to suffer from migraines. So having all that screen time and working without any breaks, getting mentally very tired out, that can all be quite debilitating, whether it's, migraines or just headaches, feeling tired and so on. So you really need to be looking at how you're working. And of course, there are all those cliches and ideas around time management, working smarter rather than harder. And I could do a whole training, and probably will do a whole training, on different strategies and techniques there, how to manage your time, how to make sure you're taking those breaks, and really focusing on the key priorities that will help you in your business. But in the meantime, of course, just drawing your attention to this area. And I'm sure you already are very much aware with lots of the tips that exist. You've probably had trainings at work, we certainly did. There's lots of articles online if there's anything you struggle with. So I think probably you know what you need to do. Some people find meditation helps, certainly taking breaks away from the screen. So I try to, grab a pen and paper, go for a walk, get out of the house and so on. So, there are some simple things we can do, but it's just a very important area to manage really. And then the other part of it is really, stress is really a precursor to mental health, and having someone to talk to. So we're not talking about some kind of, mentor or advisor here at this moment. We're really talking about someone to confide in, someone to vent when you're feeling frustrated, someone to support you on a personal level as much as professional, and that's incredibly important too. So as you can imagine, for a business, there are obvious benefits to managing your brain, since you are and your brain are ultimately what's going to drive the success of the business. That's incredibly important, and of course the results will follow when you're every day focusing on those key priorities that will really move your business forwards and not just sort of scattering across everything. You'll be fresher, you'll have more creative ideas, you'll engage with your clients better, every moment of your day, in fact, you'll feel better, but importantly as well, that will then have effects on the business. So the business results are clear of you taking breaks, of managing sort of your mental health, mental well-being, managing those stress levels and so on. I've certainly in the past made mistakes when I was frantic and trying to get too much done, and that's actually counterproductive because it means you're creating more work for yourself. So actually taking a step back, maybe doing a meditation, yoga, go for a walk, run, shower, whatever it is that helps you, even just to stretch, read a book, play some piano, take a break, and that can be really incredibly beneficial for the business as well. For you as an individual, of course, obvious benefits. For me, managing my migraines is certainly of benefit to me. So very much the mental part for me is important, taking those breaks, making sure I'm fresh for my clients, for the people I work with, but then also in my personal relationships. Because at the end of the day, if I'm completely drained and I've been working too much, not only may I have made mistakes in the business, but I'm also going to be tired and not at my best for the people who really matter in my life. So the benefits to me as an individual, to you as well as an entrepreneur, are very important as well. My coach, in turn, always talks about being the CEO of your business and not the super employee. And I think that's quite an important message, certainly, that I've had to hear. It's not about just sort of doing as much as you can, right? You need to really level up and get that sort of bird's eye perspective on your strategy, get the team around you that you need and so on. So it's not about just working harder. So those are the benefits really of these simple things that we can do. And again, I'm sure I'll do full trainings on this particular area as it's so important. But again, I believe that you already have a lot of the tools that you need, and it's just kind of drawing your awareness to this, reminding you and thinking about what it is you can do to shift a little bit there, certainly if you feel overworked, which I think most of you do. And so as ever, I want to encourage you to take one step, identify one step, one action, one little step that you can take today to manage that mental side of things. So take a break, maybe after you've watched this video, go grab a nice herbal tea, glass of water, you know, go and chat to somebody, go outside if you can, but identify one action that you'd like to take. Review your priorities perhaps for your business, maybe read an article about time management, but you have to make sure that you also implement the tips as well. So please have a think about one step that you can take going away from this video. And as ever, just I want to raise your awareness to this important topic. I had a question the other day about how can I know if I'm sort of reaching burnout, if I'm not experiencing it because I'm working so hard and I feel I can go forever. And I just had the thought that, you know, they say that if you're feeling thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So you don't want to work until you burn out. You don't want you and your business to crash and burn before you wake up to this being an issue. So even if you think that you're actually on top of things, that's probably the best time to take a step back to try to implement some of these strategies and techniques to make sure that you don't break down further down the line. So I hope that makes sense. Even if you know, you might feel like you're on top of things, be a bit honest with yourself, be kind, compassionate as ever, but try to introduce these things sooner rather than later. So I'll just give you the URL to the guide again. That's onestepoutside.com/wellbeing strategy. Tomorrow we'll be back for the final video where we're talking about the body, and that's the typical physiological needs, what we think of usually when we think of well-being, so physical health, eating better, drinking water, and all those things. So we'll have a chat about that tomorrow. But I hope you've been enjoying the series, and I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow to talk about the body. Bye for now.